Hey guys, in this video I'm going to teach you how to do a proper push-up. Not everybody can do them, so it's not for everybody type of exercise, but the majority of people can do a push-up. I just want to see them do it properly, so let me show you how. Okay, so for the proper setup for a push-up, a lot of people do it like a downward dog. That's bad for the shoulders or can potentially be bad for the shoulders. It also puts you in a weird position where you're not using your chest and your butt's up in the air, so it could put undue pressure on the back. There's a lot of things wrong with that. So what I'm going to show you instead, the proper position, arms out to the side, bring them together, so that's the way it's right underneath your shoulders. That's the way you want to do it, so it hits more pecs. Now you can do it close or wider, depending on whether or not you want to hit more triceps with the closer one, or wider to hit more pecs. However, you still want your elbows to go pointing behind you. It could be flared a little bit, but what you don't want is out to the side like that. That's going to tweak the shoulder, potentially cause an injury, or make an injury you already have worse. So right underneath the chest. So once again, my arms are like this. I come together, and that's the push-up position. So the other thing I see people do is that they stick their butt up, head down, and do kind of like a dive bomber push-up. You don't want to really do that. So what you do is your hands are underneath you, feet up, head up, down, and press away from the floor. Down, and press away from the floor. Another way to try to ensure that all the muscles that are working that are supposed to be working is when you're on your stomach and you're down, raise up your hands, then put them down, then push. Down. Now what that does, it helps to remind you to bring your scapula or the shoulder blades together, okay? You don't want rounded shoulders, elbows flared. That'll start to put too much pressure on the shoulder joint. The only thing that really gives the shoulder the strength is the external muscles. The internal part of the shoulder is pretty weak with the rotator cuff. It's not very strong at all. That's what gives us this huge range of motion, which is really cool, but the bad thing is the structure itself isn't very strong. So once again, to help involve the back, which is the antagonist muscle for a push-up, meaning it's the one that works the opposite of the chest and the front part of the body, including the anterior deltoid, the front part. So when you're in that push-up position, once again, hands below the shoulders, down, lift. What this also does is help remind you to have your head up. So that way your forehead or your teeth don't smack the floor. So as a reminder, when you're doing push-ups, you want to do them with a variety of different ways. You could keep it simple. You could do it from your knees. That's another way to modify it to make it a little bit easier, because push-ups are difficult for a lot of people. However, once again, you want to keep the butt down, and the easiest way to do that so it's not arching your back too much is by simply flexing those glutes while having your hands below your shoulders, keeping your body in a straight line. That makes for a better and more productive push-up.